Tackle Junkies, what's going on, fellas? Today we're going to discuss my top 5 favorite baits to fish in the fall. Now the fall is all about the shad. Now obviously the bass will eat shad throughout the year, but I believe they focus more on shad more than anything in the fall. The shad have moved back up shallow, the bass are shallow, everyone's feeding up. You know, before wintertime, it's a great time of year to get on some really good fish. And I do believe fall, to be honest, is a really tough time to fish. You know, on the lakes that I fish, they're not that big, you know, 500 acres to like roughly 1,000 acres, okay? And I mean, it's still a decent sized lake, but there is a ton of shad in these lakes. You know, when all that shad is up shallow, like I said, the bass are shallow, feeding up, it really is hard to beat the real thing. I mean, I've fished this entire, you know, east side of this lake today so far, and pretty much wherever I was at, there was shad all around the boat. Like I said, it's tough to beat the real thing, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a rundown of my top 5 favorite baits to fish in the fall. Tackle Junkies, I'll give you a heads up. You're gonna notice this video was shot at 2 different times, really still sitting in the same spot. Deck might look a little bit different. Started my intro talking about fall and all that. Next thing you know, it started pouring. Second time today. Looks like it's going to be a third time here really soon. So, like I said, that's kind of what's going on. Things are going to look a little bit different because now I have all the rods and a lot of my gear put away that was out earlier. But we're going to go ahead and jump back into the video before the next rainstorm. Different location, off the water now. That third rainstorm, thunderstorm, whatever, came in, got soaked again. It was looking pretty bad, got off the water. So we'll continue the last part of the video right here. Was gonna head home and finish it in the garage. I'd rather have, you know, the natural light and all that being outside, so I really wanted to do the video outside. Called home, I'm about an hour away from home. My wife said it's pouring there, even though there's nothing on the radar. So I figured I'll just chance it here. Sun's back out, it's beautiful out. We'll just go ahead and finish the video here. Who knows, maybe go fishing again after we're done, I don't know. Anyways, so now the video is going to take place in this spot. First up, spinnerbait. This is the Booyah Jason Christie Covert Series, 3/8 in white, double willow, 1 chrome, 1 gold. Now, we don't really have much water clarity, at least on the lakes that I fish. I mean, if we ever get to a foot, that's a lot, okay? When we have clearer water, I'll usually go all chrome, okay? But when we have a bit of stain or it's kind of muddy, that's when I want the gold blades. If it really gets muddy, early spring, after rain, something like that, I'll go with all gold blades. But for the most part, I do like 1 chrome, 1 gold, or as it gets muddier, like I said, we'll go with gold. Clear, we'll go with all chrome. Okay? So that is the, like I said, the Booyah Jason Christie Covert Series. Got that rigged on the Akuma TCS 6'9" all-purpose rod. It's a medium heavy, but it's got a mod fast action to it. Okay, so I like this rod for moving baits that don't have treble hooks. With treble hooks, I want a little more give in the tip. The crankbait rods from Akuma are a moderate fast. This one here is just a moderate fast. So it's not as slow as a cranking rod, but it's slower than a faster action. Again, great for moving baits that don't have treble hooks, spinner baits, chatter baits. Love it for underspins, things like that. Okay, this is the Shimano Slx Xt. Okay, and that is 15-pound Seagar and VizX fluorocarbon, and that is on a, what, 6'3", I believe, 6'3". Okay, so 6'3", 15-pound Seagar and VizX. All right, this is the Accent Spinnerbait. Jacob Wheeler, I believe it's the River Series. It's a triple shady in white, 1/2 ounce. Triple shady is 3 willow leaf, all chrome. Like I said, in white, white head, white skirt. Fantastic shad imitator. Okay, got that on the Akuma EVX. It is a 6'8" medium heavy mod fast action, and this is on the spinnerbait rod, labeled spinnerbait rod. Again, 6'8", mod fast, just like the TCS rod. It's not as soft as a cranking rod, but it's a bit slower than a faster action. So again, great for moving type baits, spinner baits, chatter baits. I've even used this rod for square bills. When I'm in a tight situation, I like the shorter rod. But that, again, that is the Akuma EVX 6'8" spinnerbait worm rod. Okay, this here, guys, Steez A. The Steez A in a 6'3". I swear, when they assembled this reel, I think they just took a stick of butter and crammed it in there, because this reel is so freaking smooth, man. I love it. Obviously, it's a bit pricey. It's a Steez. It's like a $500 reel. But man, if I could afford it, I would have Steez like on every single rod. I mean, it's an awesome reel for sure. But again, in a 6'3", I mean, great power fishing reel. But and that is 17-pound Seaguar and VizX fluorocarbon. Okay, so spinnerbait would be the first bait. From there, let's go with the Buzzbaits that's right on top here. Again, these are in no particular order. Top water. I mean, in the fall, you can pick up a top water and you can throw top water all day long. You know, I like a popper, I like a walking bait. I mean, when I'm more target fishing with top water, I like the popper. When I'm trying to cover some water, but not trying to be too loud, I like a walking bait. You know, if I want a little more commotion, say we got some chop on the water, I'll go to like a gunfish, which is a walking bait, and it spits as well. But when I'm trying to cover water fast and make some commotion, if we got a bit of chop, but even if it's calm, I feel it's hard to beat the Buzzbait. I mean, you can just cover a ton of water super fast. It's a fun way to fish, no doubt. I'm going to say a Buzzbait is probably my favorite topwater. I do have a video on how to tune a Buzzbait. 1, making it run straight. 2, making it, or getting the most squeak out of it. I'll link both of those videos down below, as well as my favorite trailers and things like that as well. I got a few different videos on Buzzbaits. Again, I'll link them all down below. This one here is the Jacob Wheeler Accent Buzzbait. I want to say that's in 3/8 white. And I normally take the skirts off. What's nice about these particular Buzzbaits, they come with the skirts off, which is nice. You can add it if you'd like to, but majority of the time, I like a plastic on my Buzzbait. You know, I believe a plastic just gives them, you know, a better target. It planes much faster as well, you know, with the plastic versus the skirt. So that is the Biffle Bug. Again, I got a video on that, which I will link down below. But yeah, 3/8 ounce Buzzbait would be number 2. And I have that on the Akuma EVX. It's a 7'2", medium heavy fast. Okay. I want to say it's labeled skip and dock swim jig chatterbait rod. Again, I love it for the Buzzbait as well. It's a faster action, but I feel it's a bit softer than that. Again, great for moving type baits like the Buzzbait and the swim jig and chatterbait, like it's mentioned on the rod as well. We do have the Daiwa Tatula 150. That's a 6'3", and that is 17-pound Seaguar and VizX. You can get away with fluorocarbon for Buzzbaits because you're moving the bait fast enough where, you know, the line's not going to drag the bait down. Okay, for poppers and things like that, you do not want to use fluorocarbon. But again, for baits that you're moving fast on the surface, you can get away with it. So again, 17-pound Seaguar and VizX. Buzzbait would be number 2. All right, let's go with Swimbait. Okay. Swimbait. If you guys been around the channel for a while, you know one of my favorites is the Kitech 4/8 in black shad. Any swimbait will work. You know, of course, I use the Exo Swim as well. I like the Jackall Rhythm Wave. Like I said, the Kitechs. I'm sure I use a handful of others as well. But yeah, this one here is definitely one of my favorite. Black shad. At one time, I believe they did discontinue this color. and I believe they brought it back for a limited amount of time. I'm not sure if it's still available or not, but I got like 27 packs of these at home, so I stocked up when I heard they were going out. Killer color. I have no idea why they would ever want to discontinue it. You guys can see there, I keep the disc there on the bottom to keep it up on the hook, and I got videos on this as well. That's from Rapid Fishing. That's the hook all. Definitely check them out. If you guys would like to make an order from Rapid, you guys can use code TJ81 to get 25% off. Again, link down in the description. That's a great way to keep your plastic up on the hook. Okay, and that is a 5/0 Mustad screw lock hook with an 1/8 ounce weight. All right, we got that on the Akuma TCS Frog Swimbait rod. I do have a review on this rod, which I will link down below. Now, it is the older version. This is the newer version here of the TCS, but it's the same blank. The only thing that's changed on these rods is the graphics, guides, reel seat. Other than that, it's the same blank. The same power and action that they had before. Again, I'll link that video down below. Definitely check it out. But again, it's a 7.3 heavy, fast action Helios SX reel in a 7.3. Okay, that is 15 pounds Seagar in VizX fluorocarbon. I mean, hard to beat swim bait when you're trying to imitate the shad, especially in black shad. You can see here, guys, I use a lot of moving baits. I mean, I use a lot of moving baits all year. It's just how I like to fish. But in the fall, fish are pretty active. Like I said, the shad are up shallow. You know, you can still catch fish, you know, pitching docks, wood laydowns, things like that, but you're going to find more fish roaming, looking for shad. So with moving type baits, reaction type baits, you can just cover more water and find the fish. Okay, so that's spinnerbaits, buzzbait, swimbait. From there, you guys know there's going to be a crankbait in the mix, right? Crankbait. All right, bait sack and Calco's Fishing. You guys can use code over there TJ81 to get 15% off. But one of my go-to cranks, you guys can see here, I got a box full of them here. KVD 1.5 and the Bomber Square A. That's like my two go-to cranks. Now, like I said earlier, we don't have a ton of visibility on the lakes that we fish. When it's clearer, I think I already put it away. I like the, actually I got one right here. This is the 2.5 that I was using earlier that I had out, but I put things away with all that rain. We'll just grab a new one here. The clearer the water, I like that Gizzard Shad. It's truly hard to beat that one right there. And I throw this one majority of the time. You know, when the water stains up, you know, Chartreuse blackback is another great option. Okay. But when the water's not clear, and it's not really that muddy either, that's when I like to go to the Chartreuse Sexy Shad. I've never had really luck at all on just the regular Sexy Shad, but this one here that's got that Chartreuse, you know, kind of hue to it, I do really well with this one right here. So for clear water, I like the Gizzard Shad. We get a bit of a stain. I do like the Chartreuse Sexy Shad, and of course when it gets muddy, we like the Chartreuse blackback. This one here is a happy medium, good all-around color. Those are size 4 Mustad short shanks. Okay. Bait sack, put the bait in the sack, clip it on your rod, keep it out of your carpet, your seats, your fingers. All right, we got that rigged on a 7-foot Akuma TCS. It's a crankbait jerkbait rod, which is a medium plus moderate mod fast action. So a nice soft tip to it, keep them fish pinned, allows them to get the bait a bit better. Again, that is a 7-footer, medium plus moderate fast. Okay, we have the Tatula Elite on this rod here. This is probably one of my new favorite reels. To be honest, guys, I just ordered another one. If you guys would like to pick up a reel, rod, gear, whatever, you guys can use code TJ81 over there at Tackle Inc. You guys can save 10% off using that code. If you don't see what you want over there, I'll leave an email down below as well. You guys can email him. He can get it in. And like I said, you guys can use my code on that as well. But yeah, the Elite has become one of my favorite reels. And a lot of you guys have asked kind of the difference between the Elite and the SV. I do have the brand new SV. I have not spooled that one up yet. I actually have the older SV loose down here in the rod box. But yeah, the main difference between the two, I'm going to say, if you're trying to throw lighter lures or you're looking for more control, go with the SV. If you're looking to bomb out a bait, go with the Elite. I mean, just the flick of the wrist, dude, you can just freaking launch a crankbait. And when you're looking for distance to get max depth on a crankbait, this reel does one heck of a job. Definitely check out this reel. I do have it in a 6.3. Like I said, I ordered a second one, so now these will be my 2 cranking combos. Just got it in the other day. I need to spool that one up as well. But yeah, the Elite is no joke, man. Kind of pricey, $240, but like I said, you guys can use my code over there, get 10% off, save a few bucks. And we do have 15-pound Seaguar and VizX on that reel as well. Hard to beat a square bill or a crankbait when you're trying to find the fish in the fall. Great way to cover water and, like I said, imitate those shad. All right, last up, we're going to go with a Fluke. Fluke it's a fun way to fish. You find some schooling fish, bunch of shad, you know, toss a Fluke out there, twitch it around. Like I said, fun way to fish. If you guys have not seen my video on how to skip, check that out. I'll link it down below. I was skipping a Fluke in that video. I mean, a Fluke it's a fantastic bait. Like I said, very easy to skip and fantastic in the fall as well. I'm just using, I believe it's a 5-inch. That's the KVD Perfect Plastic Strike King there. I like these just because you can throw these weightless. I have a 16th ounce on there. You can throw them weightless. They got plenty of salt in there, gives them some weight, so you can launch them out. But again, that is a 5-inch there. KVD. Again, I believe it's a Perfect Plastic, pearl or white, whatever. Any Fluke will work. Again, that's just the one that I like, just because it's got a good amount of weight to it. You can launch them a long way. But again, I am using a 5/0. That's a Mustad 5/0 with a 16th ounce weight on there. All right, as far as the rod goes, this is an Akuma TCS 7-foot. This one here is the Martin APC. This is the older version, but the newer version is going to be just an all-purpose rod. 7-foot, medium heavy, moderate fast action. Okay, throwing a Fluke, you know, you're moving it fast. I like a little bit of give in the tip. Allows them to get the bait a little bit better. You know, allows the bass to get the bait a little bit better. And again, if you're going to skip a Fluke, you know, that softer tip just allows the rod to load on the back cast, which helps slingshot the bait forward. Again, which I go over that in my video on skipping. Definitely check that video out, guys. But like I said, a Fluke is just a fun way to fish. Got that rigged on the Shimano Corrado DC. Loving this reel. I got a review on it. Like I said, I mainly use it for skipping. I don't believe it's all that comfortable of a reel, again, which I talked about that in that video. But I mean, it's a fantastic reel. It truly is. Love it for skipping for sure. That is in a 7.4, and that is 15-pound Seaguar and VizX fluorocarbon. Fun combo right there. Again, another great way to cover a lot of water, find fish in the fall. You know, guys, other than that, I'm still going to toss the soft plastic around as well. You're still going to have fish that are going to be on, you know, docks and stumps, laydowns, rock, things like that, where you're going to need to pitch a soft plastic or a jig. You know, I'll toss around an exopod from Biospawn, you know, a Vile Craw, Vile Bug, and you guys can pick up your Biospawn over there at Biospawn using code TJ81 to save 20% off, or you guys can go over there to Karl's. You know, sign up for a membership. It's a free 30-day trial. If you don't like it, you can cancel. But if you do sign up and try the membership out, you'll get up to 30% off for your Biospawn. So you will save more money over there at Karl's, but wherever you want to shop, your choice. But like I said, pitch around an exopod, Vile Craw, Vile Bug. I love the Biffle Bug as well. Gizzard Shad. Again, I'm trying to mimic a shad with my colors, but again, if the water gets dirty or stained up, I will throw a black and blue or a June Bug, something like that as well. But guys, it looks like we got the video done. Sun is shining, life is good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the thumbs up. We will see you guys on the next one.